Hi guys, Jen here. Doing a video recording because I can't do lives, but I just wanted to get on here since I have free time now and tell you real quick. I'll go into detail in another video, but real quick, I haven't been on because I've been extremely sick. Last Wednesday night into Thursday, I was really sick. Throwing up all the time, had like what I thought was the flu or something, but I didn't have a temperature or anything. I thought at first it was food poisoning. And it's really funny because I've been using my oils, and they've been boosting my immune system and keeping me pretty good. But I guess the overall stress of what I was dealing with at my job and just everything going on, and the fact that I didn't have my Ninja Red. I usually have some small Ninja Red packets, and I didn't have enough money this time around to go and buy myself some, so that kind of deteriorated my health a little bit too. And I didn't have the minerals and supplements in my body to boost my immune system and to have all my organs working correctly. So there was a bunch of different things going. But what I ended up doing towards the end, did about 24 to 48 hours after it all started, I was dry heaving for a good 3 hours. I was sick from 1 o'clock in the morning until like 8 o'clock in the morning, because I had to text my job and be like, there's no way I can come in. And there was a girl there that's got a compromised immune system anyways, so she's like, yeah, stay home, because I didn't want to do her harm either, because it's not like a normal cold or a flu or anything. And it was just like apparently this bug that was going around East Aurora. But it's not just East Aurora, because now a couple of my friends who live in Delavan and Elma have issues too, and I'm seeing on Facebook that there's a lot of people that are getting sick. So I don't know what it is, I don't know what's going on, but I know that it was not fun. But I ended up having the puking and the dry heaving, and if anybody knows me, especially my family, I do not throw up because of a family issue with trauma when I was a kid and all that stuff. So yeah, that was very hard for me to do, and I'm very proud of myself to do that. I actually got through, and I didn't freak out very well, but I got help from my guy, so that helped too. Appreciative. Not like he could have done anything really, because it gave new meaning to the word purge. If I don't want to go into too much information about that, but anyway, so towards the end, I put some Thieves essential oils on my feet. So I could at least boost my immune system some more, since I don't have the other. And I couldn't even take water down. It was pretty bad. So finally got myself to at least eat something the next 24 hours, and then I still had issues. It was in and out of the bathroom, but not puking, So it didn't fully clear my system until like 3 days later. So that was an experience. I'm gonna tell you, I would not wish that on my worst enemy, guys. It was terrible. But on the flip side, now that I feel a lot better and I've, so to speak, purged everything, so to speak, basically what I've found out is that it might have actually helped me in the long run, because if you know me, I've had irritable bowel syndrome, stomach issues with digesting certain foods, different things. Thought I was celiac test didn't come back, whatever. Got a bunch of videos on it. I'm dealing with another thing right now, but that's another video for another time. But let's see here, Friday didn't go to work. Saturday and Sunday, I started to be able, it was weird because I get these super hungry cravings for food, and I'd eat it, and then it wouldn't, it still would not be good. So about Saturday, Sunday, I was actually able to keep things down and in. And Monday of this week, I noticed I could actually digest whole milk, which I haven't been able to digest in over 15 years, since I was like 17 or so, maybe 20, because we all thought I was, had an issue with dairy products. And then I have also kind of been okay with eating wheat now for celiac. So I don't know what's going on, and this is the reason why all my doctors are like, who knows what you have. But I think that me purging and that sickness that I had actually helped me. I think what it did is it killed off the bad bacteria that was probably in my gut lining that was causing all this issues with digesting food and thing for such a long period, because no matter what I actually did, the doctors gave me prescriptions on stuff. I was trying to take the supplements, I always ended up having issues. I was maintaining my health and I was dealing with my symptoms. So basically I was symptom managing, which is not what really you want to do. You want to actually do, you know, preventative measures. But at the time I didn't have that, and it was in my stomach. And, you know, doctors don't know exactly what was going on. I had colonoscopy when I was a kid, you know, one of the youngest people to have a colonoscopy, things like that. And all my tests came back negative. So after you do that for like 10, 15 years in a row, you get sick of it, and you're just like, I'll deal with this consequences, and I'll just stay away from the food, or I'll take the food and then just deal with it. So that's what I was doing for on and off for a couple years. So oddly enough, with this sickness that I had, I really do think it actually killed the bad bacteria off, and that's why I can now digest milk. For the last 3 days, I've had cereal in the morning, and I prefer 2% because that's what my family always had. I've been able to digest it and not had an issue at all. So my next avenue is I'm going to try soft serve ice cream this weekend and see if I have any issues with that, because if, you know, you're watching this and you know my brother Eric, we used to go out for soft serve ice cream all the time, and I always had issues. So that's kind of my next little, you know, it's called an eliminative diet, but I'm going backwards on it because I'm putting in stuff that used to be triggers for me to see if they are still triggers and see what's going on. But I'm very happy with the fact that possibly the reason why I was also sick was because I didn't have nutrients in my system, because I wasn't doing the milk and I wasn't getting, you know, things like that. And my habits, for one, weren't exactly the healthiest. But, so yeah, so hopefully we'll figure this out. And if this sickness, me going through that terrible situation and all that, and I actually seriously thought I was dying, because sometimes I get over crazy and dramatic. I admit it. You know, first thing is to admit that you you do it. And we all do it. I know, whatever, I'm guilty as charged. But I seriously was going to call an ambulance on myself because it reminded me of when my late uncle got really sick. Brian, sorry. And he got so sick that the one time his wife took him to the hospital because he constantly was throwing up and couldn't stop. They had to put him in a medical-induced coma, and he never came out of that, and he eventually died from a complication to that. So I was freaking out because I'm like, I don't want to die. I don't want this to happen. And I couldn't stop it. Like, my guy's sitting there on the chair going, what the heck? I'm so sorry. You know, and it's just, it was bad. So, I was scared, but now that it's over with and done with, it's weird because I almost feel like it was, I know it's going to sound weird, like a mutation. Like my body mutated in some way that now it's all like in alignment now. And so it purged whatever bad bacteria was in my sinuses and my gut flora, whatever, which the doctors and the other people with the antibiotics and all that stuff couldn't do. So now going forward, I'll see what happens with adding little things in and that. But I just want to come on here and say, yeah, if you guys are sick too, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a new thing. Someone told me to go look on the CDC website to see if there was any kind of numerous reports for this area in West New York. Yeah, sometimes we have to go through serious, uncomfortable, terrible situations for us to come out of the other end feeling amazing, reborn, kind of, and better. And this just is a case in point on that end. So there's a lot of different things that I'm going to start to implement now since I'm doing a lot of life changes and things like that are going on. My rheumatologist appointment, which I finally got, is not until June. So I'm not going to know anything about that MTCD thing that they think that I have until then. I am on the cancellation. Sorry about the ums. I got to watch that. I'm on the cancellation report or whatever. When somebody cancels, I'll get a phone call or whatever. But until then, I'm going to take my supplements that I can figure out some stuff, stay eating as healthy things as I can. And that was another side note too. I craved lettuce and salads, which, if you know me, I was never one for salads and what my older brother would say, quote unquote, rabbit food. But now I definitely, it digests better with me and things like that. So I'm excited. It's a new avenue. It's something different that I don't know much about. And if it works out and it's actually good, I'll be able to eat cereal in the morning. When I had that cereal, it was the best thing I ever had. I was just so excited because I haven't had cereal in freaking a year, and I'm like, oh my god, I have cereal. This is awesome. So it made life a lot easier, because I know when a lot of people have complications with either their food diets, their physical bodies, they can't do stuff that they would like to, it causes more stress, and you have to adjust your lifestyle around that, unfortunately. And I know that is a big reason why a lot of people don't like to stay and do a lot of the healthier avenues and things, because it's more of work and energy on their part to stick with it. So I totally understand where you guys are coming from. It's, easier to go to McDonald's for a burger or something for like a cheap amount of price than it is to go home and buy your vegetables and your organic thing and rack up a big grocery bill. I mean, like, dude, I get it. I've got $120 to my name for this week until my paycheck comes in next week. So, and I need groceries. And so I'm going to have to try to do things that are healthy, but I can't do a lot of it. So, especially during the winter, it was hard. But now with summer coming up, spring here, we got the farmers markets coming up, the organic stuff. Try to be as good as you can with that. Get out more that way. We got to get more exercise going and things like that. So anyways, enough about all the rest of the stuff. I'm going to get going. I got a lot of other stuff I have to do today. Rearrange my room, get it all back up to par. Finally, the bugs have been wiped out. I've been sleeping better. Quality of life is going up again, which is good. So universe is on my side again, and it's awesome. Manifesting good stuff. Yesterday was a new moon manifestation. So yeah, life's looking up now, and I'm glad, because that was a rough little snippet there for a month and a half. So we'll see where the universe takes me, where God decides to let me fall and plant my seeds and grow to where I need to be. And I've learned not to control things, because the more you control things, the more it goes out of whack. And it's a lesson I've had to learn multiple times. So anyways, enjoy your Saturday. I'm excited. I'll hop on here with a couple more videos about different topics, which I'll put in my different topic groups on Facebook for my metaphysical stuff. If you want to learn about the energy changes and different things like that, I'll do a video on that. For health, I'll do a video on what I did to keep myself healthy, what I'm doing right now to keep myself healthy. For my oil group, I'll post about what oils I use to boost my immune system and to get my other systems back on par. And then just for the other stuff, for the fun and good stuff, I'll just post about my what I've been doing and where the world's taking me in the next avenue. So enjoy your Saturday. I'm excited. I got a lot of things that I have in here that I want to get out. And a good friend of mine just wrote a book, so I'm happy for him too. So a lot of changes happening, a lot of changes in town. But hey, change doesn't happen overnight, and when change does happen, you grow and you adapt. And you know what? Sometimes it's better on the other side after that change, even though it's like hard and it's like a butterfly. Butterfly doesn't start out butterfly. Butterfly starts out as a worm first, caterpillar, and it's got to go through the uncomfortable transformation and mutation until it becomes its other self. So pretty sure caterpillar doesn't really like what goes on when he actually mutates, but at the end he's like, okay, I'm cool, and he's a beautiful thing. So not all things are bad necessarily when we go through a situation that is considered bad. We got to turn around and be positive from it. Try to get as much positivity out of it as we can. All right, I will see you guys on the flip side. Love, light, and blessings. Namaste. Everybody have a great Saturday. See ya.